Hello, baby.
Wow, that's loud.
Maybe I should just buy new headphones.
Oh, yeah, you definitely need new headphones.
And I've never heard of earphones being too loud.
Yeah, only yours. And it's every single time. I've gotten you 3 different pairs of headphones on this fucking podcast.
And he's always
every
like,
single time.
he's like, you're overreacting. It's not that bad. And then he puts them on and he starts crying.
I don't cry. Okay, I didn't cry about the headphones.
You-
I just said, ow, those are loud, and I threw them out.
Welcome to Wonderland, Alice.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Idiot's Guide. I'm your sexy little knife hand boy, Jerome.
I'm the big bopper speaking.
Hello, baby.
And there was something I was going to say. It was a quote from the movie. I forgot it, but I passed.
Was it?
Want to suck the face?
Because I will if you want to.
No, it was something about. It was. It's like I think it was towards the end of the movie, and Freddy says something like, "Welcome to something something or something."
Welcome to Wonderland, Alice.
What's up, everybody?
And he didn't remember it, and I stole his thunder because I played it too.
Yeah.
But today, boys and girls, we're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master.
A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Dream Master.
Can you believe this new chick just came in and became the Dream Master?
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I think Freddy should pick someone who's more popular.
Yeah, if that's what he wants with their friends.
Here's the thing. Okay, first of all, I just want to say I'm happy this movie's over with because I thought it was fucking terrible.
Hey, this is Robert Englund's favorite Nightmare on Elm Street, so you show him some respect.
I mean, I'm happy for Robert Englund. Okay, but I feel like it was
Well,
literally. It was 3, but just with like.
Well, yeah, it's
Different
that was the
scenarios.
warriors of dreams fighting, and then this is the master of them.
It's
But
the,
good lord, this felt like less of a movie. It felt like little, like it was literally, to me, it was like someone dozes off, they get sucked into a dream, and then that person dies, and then they cut to a fucking cemetery, and then it was like they doze off again, and then here comes another person. And then that person gets killed, and we're at a cemetery. Oh, and here comes, we're getting sucked into another dream, and then we're getting killed, and then here, like it literally just felt like little like.
I think you
20
just read the
minutes, like,
script.
Were you on the
Yeah.
writing staff for this movie? Because that's exactly what happened.
It was just like 20-minute segments, and then it was like when they kept doing the same thing to try to go get.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's mine and Taylor's favorite part. Taylor
Of
says
course.
if she was making this movie, she would want, because me and her really think it'd be hilarious to like have an audience watch a movie. It's normal the entire time, unlike this, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a part where a time loop happens, and you do the time loop for like 30 minutes, and then you just complete the movie as if nothing happened.
I mean, I was thinking that's how the movie was going to end.
I like how it took him
I'm
like
like-
3 times to figure
Yeah,
it
and then
out.
they're like, "Wait a minute, Freddy's fucking with us."
I'm having deja vu.
The guy goes,
Read a book now and then you might know something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Didn't do
But
audiobooks count?
I'm just
"I think so."
glad it's over with.
It's hard to put into words how I feel about this movie because A, I agree with you, but B, it's so much better than the last movie we watched.
Yeah, see,
I don't
to me,
think so.
Oh,
I do.
You'd rather watch Jason versus the Witch?
That witch movie was horrible. The last Halloween movie was fucking
Wait.
horrible.
Okay. I was thinking of the Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I was thinking that
gotcha.
I felt the same way. Going into Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm like, oh, this would be fun because Freddy
Wait,
talks
hold on.
shit.
Were you guys just disappointed because the Dream Warriors died? Is that where this is all coming from? You're disappointed because your Warriors died?
Once again, it proves they weren't warriors.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
They
definitely
fucking
weren't.
got killed.
One of them got recast. The other 2 got killed. And the same guy, he got fucking doofed the same way.
Which one?
Freddy brought some naked chick in the room, and he's like, boing, titties?
I had a hard on this morning.
And
And put her in the waterbed. Was she a fucking mermaid?
Yeah, he looks at his poster and sees her under his bed, and he's like, that's normal. I'm going to get
Yeah.
laid.
Yeah.
But so does anybody have a Nick question? Because I have 2 Nick questions.
Why is the brother singing the Big Bopper?
Hello, baby.
What?
He did it more than once, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did
it at least twice.
Yeah.
And like
he did it.
no explanation.
It's just his thing.
Yeah.
Was that really popular at the time, the Big Bopper?
Hello, baby.
No, he died in '58. This came out in '88.
Then I don't know.
It's like the 30-year anniversary.
Did I call
Look now
him
and
the
then
Big
you might know
Bopper?
something.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
said it was
I wanted-
like you were Tony Soprano.
Oh, he's the Big Bopper over there. Hey, go, giggly goo.
That's what I'm gonna be for Halloween.
Oh, you should. I'll be the son. And you could be Meadow.
Oh my God.
And we'll get Mima, and she could walk around going, "Oh, poor you."
I think you should be Big Pussy.
Okay, I could be Big Pussy.
No, so he said it the first time, and I was like, what the fuck? And then he did it again, and I'm like, well, that's just weird.
He says it when he gets out, like when he gets out of his casket.
Yeah, so,
like,
Oh,
so
yeah.
just
yeah.
before this podcast,
Hello.
you were taking a shower or something, and I go in Taylor's room, and I'm like, she likes these movies as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
I go, so why is the fucking brother singing the Big Bopper? And she's like, what? So then I was like, well, let me look it up. So I looked it up on YouTube. There was just one clip of it, and he comes out and he says it. So then I read the comments, which I never read comments on anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's the funniest part of the whole movie. And then like, oh, this other stuff. I was like, you gotta be. And then like maybe the 10th comment down is like, that's from the Big Bopper, if anyone cares. I was like, oh my God.
That's
It's
really
just so
funny.
random.
So my Nick question is, why and when the fuck did this become Freddy's house?
Whose house?
It's not just a house. It's his home.
Well, 'cause it was the
in,
girl's
and in
home.
all the fucking dreams, they all kind of act like it's Freddy's house. Everybody goes to this house in every nightmare. It's fucking Nancy's house. It has nothing to do with Freddy, except for Nancy got tormented there by him. So why is it Freddy's house?
Maybe he bought it. Like,
Oh, can dream people?
I mean, I don't know. They fucking can.
Well, you can do whatever you want in a dream.
I guess. My last one is, why? Why do you have to lock your door? He attacks you in your dreams.
3.
Their nursery rhyme is
4,
1,
better
2,
not
1, 2. Freddy's
take
coming for you.
NyQuil.
Like, okay, I get that. Freddy's coming for me. 3 or 4, better to lock your door. He's coming in my dreams, bitch. He's not gonna
I
fucking
think that's.
sneak his way through the front door. Come get me. Like, what the fuck?
3, 4.
I
I
just
better
think-
drink a Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, 4. Don't be such a fucking whore. There you go.
5, 6. Jerk off dudes and suck their dicks.
Wow.
Now's
Well,
your,
you
now's
wouldn't be
your,
asleep.
now's your turn. 7, 8.
7, 8. Don't masturbate.
Okay.
7, 8. Try not to masturbate.
Frightened retard?
9, 10. Time to come again.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So do you have a Nick question, Hess?
No, it's the same one I have every time, and it all comes down to money. It all comes down to
I
money.
do have the answer for that in the trivia, so I do have that for you.
Why they keep making these?
No, unfortunately, I have the money.
Yeah.
The answer for you with the money.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is the highest grossing Nightmare on Elm Street of all time. Besides
Jesus.
Freddy vs. Jason, this is the highest grossing one.
88 must have been a boring year for movies coming out.
We'll see. We gotta watch Halloween 4 next.
What else came in 1988?
Die Hard?
Here, let me see. What was the best movie of 1988? Let's see.
I
This
think-
was the highest grossing movie of 1988.
No, that's what
Of
he
the
said.
Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Oh, okay. I'm going, Jesus Christ. I'm like,
So the best movies of 1988. There's a whole list. I'm just gonna read the first couple on here. Is Beetlejuice,
All right.
Elvira. Hey Elvira, I got something you can suck the blood out of. Halloween 4 is one of the best movies in 1988. We're watching that next. That's on Amazon Prime.
All right.
I find that hard to believe.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
What the fuck are
Stand
you-
and Deliver. Friday the 13th. New Blood, the one we just watched, and Die Hard are in the top movies of 1988. According
those
to
listed in
according
order?
to according
Did
to Google, I believe IMDb. What this is connected to.
according to this is better than Die Hard, what we just watched?
I don't think that
No.
it's not in order. Those are just
okay,
movies, but
okay.
this is just as close as Die Hard according to this list. Just as iconic, you know.
Who wrote that fucking list?
I don't know. It's
Please
it's popular 1988 movies, and there's top picks for me. There's top 1988 fantasy movies, top 1988 sci-fi movies. So there's just a whole bunch of lists.
I guarantee you,
But
there's
it doesn't cite me anywhere. What website? This is just Google.
So you would rather watch this than Die Hard?
You're dead, Krueger.
Like if you had to pick, you could either watch Die Hard for the rest of your life or New Blood for the rest of your life.
Oh, fuck. Definitely Die Hard. Jesus Christ. You guys like to know the story of Nightmare on Elm Street 4 Dream Masters?
I could probably just tell you a story.
I mean, Hess already kind of did.
Yeah.
Hess did
I
already?
was going to say.
If
I thought I
stayed,
nailed it, but apparently not.
We'll see if Hess nailed it. In 1988, a year after the events of the previous film, Kristen, Kincaid, and Joey, in case you didn't know, those are the Dream Warriors.
I have to admit, Kristen looked a little different.
Yeah, it didn't really look like Patricia Arquette this time.
No.
That goes in my biggest trope is they recast the girl from the previous movie and then kill her almost instantly.
Well, and
That's the thing that happens quite a bit in these.
why did they have to have her be the same person?
Yeah,
It was the same mom,
it was
right?
yeah, it was the same mom too. It was just so she can go, "I give you my power," and then they give it to someone new.
That was my Hess question.
Okay.
When
It's a Nick question.
she lost all those powers when she defeated him, right? Like, is she gonna keep them?
Oh, I have a Nick question, too.
No, she still has her power. It's the same chick in the next movie. It's her and her kid.
I have a Nick question.
Oh my god!
Did that stupid bitch fucking wish for Freddy to come back at the end?
That's what it kind of. No, in the thing it just says that she saw his reflection. It
As she
doesn't
made
s-
it.
do-
Okay.
It doesn't.
He's like, make a wish. Fucking sees his reflection, and she's like, oh. And then
I could tell you what the wish is, but I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil stuff.
neither did she. So I'm saying she wished for him subconsciously.
Yeah, she might have a little bit. But so they're released from Weston Hills and are back to their normal families. That's pretty convenient. They just they get out and they get to go to school now, and Freddy's back.
So here's another quick question for you.
Here's another question. DJ Hess over here. Spit it over to DJ Hess.
Well, so I mean, like, sleep deprivation doesn't come into play at all. Like, you literally can't. You can only go so long without sleep before you like drive yourself insane. And
Yeah.
then go
They were
batshit
pretty fucked up.
crazy.
Not really. Not as much as you would think. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they get more into that in the first one with Nancy when she's like freaking out and putting cigarettes out on herself and taking a bunch of pills and shit to stay awake.
Yeah.
And this, they was like, I just want sleep, and if I do, it'll be medicated, and I'll fight Freddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how they talk. However, Kristen believes that Freddy Krueger will come back. She dreams that she's in Freddy's old boiler room. She summons Joey and Kincaid into the dream. Kincaid and Joey are upset that she reverted back to her old ways. They're all pissed off. Like, oh, you're going to make Freddy come back if you just keep going to these places, you weirdo.
I
She's
would be
like,
pissed
"Oh,
off if
no."
someone summoned me in their dream too, though. Like you're just minding
What
your own
if Hess?
fucking.
What if Hess summoned you into a wet dream?
Yeah, see?
And he was like fucking Pamela Anderson or something, and you summon in there, and you're just sitting on the couch naked, holding your wiener across from him, because that's how he summons you. What would you do?
Wow.
What would you do then?
Tell me he's gonna get hepatitis.
And then Tommy Lee Jones walks in, and
Tommy Lee Jones.
yeah, not her boyfriend, Tommy Lee Jones.
It's like Fugitive 3.
Yeah, and he's coming in to hang out with you. This all happens in Hess's dreams.
Dude, you got some fucked up dreams.
Weird thing is, I don't ever remember my dreams. Like,
Yeah,
ever.
neither do I.
He's like, yeah, it's like the second Nick shows up with them, out of my memory.
Well, why do you think it was wet?
So to keep her calm, they take her to the boiler. They show that it's ice cold. All
Ding,
right.
ding, ding,
Now, ladies. Kristen also summoned Kincaid's dog. Bad part for her. I wouldn't have done that. Jason is in the dream and bites her, jumping out of the boiler.
Was it named Jason for Voorhees?
It did say that in the trivia that's a little Easter egg to Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
And I said, and the dog's real name is Jake, and he's in another movie apparently.
Oh, I saw that.
Big dog.
The next day, Kristen meets up with her boyfriend, martial arts enthusiast Rick Johnson.
Did you think the Japan
Hello, baby.
the Japan flag in the background was
Yeah, it's
a bit much?
A bit much, yeah.
Yeah.
He might have thought he was the
Yeah.
Karate Kid.
Yeah, and he weighed like
Well, yeah.
90 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi.
You know when he first like crawled out, which by the way, there's no one in this movie unless you count the fucking black dude that made fun of him in the beginning.
I figured you just give it to him for the award.
There's no one in this movie that fucking ever did anything else. I didn't really look, but I just didn't recognize anyone, so I didn't give a shit. But when he first started crawling down, and I first saw him, I thought he was the younger brother from 90210.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know Brian Austin Green was in this.
I thought you were going to say Luke Perry.
That would have been weird. So she meets Rick Johnson and their friends, Shy sister Alice, Sheila, an asthmatic genius, and Debbie, a tough girl who doesn't like bugs. Oh, yeah. Debbie's the girl that turns into a fucking cockroach at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't she do Dallas?
Oh, she might have done Dallas, yeah. I think that's later on
Who
in her
was
career.
who was the black nerdy chick?
She is... Where is it? The asthmatic genius. She's Sheila.
Oh.
Sheila.
Yeah.
Oh, Sheila. I don't remember this movie at all.
Mm-hmm. You just watched it. That's kind of weird.
Shut the fuck up before I started watching it. And then I saw that chick walk in, I guess Debbie, and I was like, oh, I remember her elbows breaking. It's the only part of the movie I remembered.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was fucking gross, by the way.
Oh, that's my favorite part for sure. That night, Kristen stays awake. See, she just stayed awake a little bit to keep herself from dreaming. But Kincaid falls asleep. Oh, Mr. Shit Talker fell asleep and accidentally awakes Freddy in the junkyard by his dog pissing on Freddy's...
Pissing fire
onto Freddy's grave.
I think
at that point, were you guys like, oh, fuck, this is going to be a good movie. I'm in for a treat here.
No.
There's fire-pissing dogs that bring Freddy back. And
I think
you're
I
like,
touched my screen to see how much is left in this motherfucker.
Really? What did you think about the dog piss, Hess?
I told you how I felt about this, Jerome. I don't want to hurt your feelings even more, okay? I know you like
I think that dog needed some penicillin.
Yeah, that dog, I feel like, is getting fucked with, like, unnecessarily. He got brought into her dream at the beginning and had to bite her out of the boiler, because I'm assuming Freddy did that or something, I don't know. And then he goes into the other dream and pisses on Freddy's grave to bring him back, and then Kincaid ends up dying. What happens to the dog?
Never even thought about it.
Exactly.
It's pissing fire. It's not going to live very long.
Yeah, but it's only pissing fire in dreams. Maybe that's just...
You don't know
Maybe
that.
that's just his dream power.
I'm pissing fire.
What if it's pissing fire in real life, and that's why he dreamt it?
Could be. Kincaid puts up a good fight against Freddy. I don't know. That's debatable on good.
Yeah.
But Freddy overpowers him. Kincaid screams for Kristen, but Freddy reaches him and kills him. Joey, it's moved on, apparently. Joey's watching MTV and is listening to music in his room. He's a lot like Johnny Depp in there.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
He begins to fall asleep and discovers a model on one of his posters swimming underneath his waterbed. Like, that's normal.
Yeah.
Freddy jumps out of the waterbed and attempts to drown Joey. I really like that. How's this for a wet dream? And, is that what Hess says to you?
Yeah.
When Tommy Lee Jones
Joey's
walks in?
like, where's Tommy Lee Jones?
Joey screams for Kristen to help him, but Freddy stabs him. And almost all the Dream Warriors are dead now. Can you believe it?
It's funny how he kills him in the dream.
You think if he was just dreaming and he sees Freddy, he'd be able to also just go, ah! Like last time, when he was like yelling,
yeah.
it was the power of his voice that saved everybody.
But like, if they die by getting stabbed in their dream, how come there's not blood when they wake up? Like,
there is sometimes.
There wasn't that time.
Like, remember in the first one with the girlfriend, she falls on the bed, the blood splatters all over them and shit.
Yeah, but like there was no blood. He just drowned.
Wasn't there blood under the waterbed or no?
Not when the mom found him.
Okay. So at school the next day, Kristen panics when she notices that Joey and Kincaid are missing, and she accidentally knocks herself out as Rick attempts to calm her. Have you ever accidentally knocked yourself out?
No. Almost. A couple times.
Okay. So Freddy tries to attack Kristen as the school nurse. He does a little dress up. That's kind of fun.
Well, the funny thing is I'm going, is that a trans in this fucking movie?
And then you realize it's Freddy?
Like, oh, it's Freddy. Okay.
That's funny.
I was like, wow. I'm like, they were way ahead of their time.
So Kristen feels guilty about staying awake when she learns that Kincaid and Joey were found dead. That's where she feels guilty. Like, oh, I stayed awake and I feel bad now because I could have saved them.
Yeah, you think she'd be like, woohoo!
But then she instantly dreams and then dies and gives her powers to Alice and shit.
She was useless.
Or what's her face? So she later tells Rick.
I don't know.
She later tells.
Feel different.
I know. She later tells Rick, Alice, and Alice's crush Dan Jordan about Freddy. She vows to avenge Kincaid and Joey. I don't think she will.
Not unless they make 3.5.
So Kristen realizes that her mother has put sleeping pills in her dinner, but falls asleep as she tries to run out of the dining room.
She's like, thanks, Mom. You just killed me.
Yeah, and then she really died,
Yeah.
too. Mom's like, fuck, I kind of did. Kristen starts to dream Freddy overcomes her attempts to repel him and forces her back into his home. It's not his fucking home. I don't understand that. Since Kristen is the last of the Elm Street children still alive, Freddy goads Kristen into summoning one of her friends into the dream. She calls Alice into the dream, and Freddy throws Kristen into the boiler. Before she dies, Kristen gives Alice her dream powers. And then you also, if you listen really closely in there, you hear Seth Meyers go, "Yeah, burn." Alice wakes up with the sense that something is wrong and takes Rick to Kristen's house. When they get there, they see that Kristen's bedroom is on fire. And then what did 50 Cent say?
We on fire.
Later, Alice falls asleep during class and inadvertently brings Sheila into a dream. I love how they're all just accidentally bringing people into the dream. It is kind of funny too with Alice. Like they show you the boyfriend does a little like fighting montage. We see that one girl. What's her little quote that she says? Mind over matter.
Oh,
like
yeah.
everybody does their thing, and then all of a sudden, like she said, like, "Oh my god, she really is getting their powers. Holy shit!" It's crazy.
Problem is none of them had powers.
Yeah, they were just random. They just did a bunch of weird things,
Like,
and she didn't even use. What's funny about it too? She doesn't use any of those to like beat him. She uses the nurse around that she's been saying since the beginning of the movie about becoming the Dream Master to beat him.
Did you see the girl working out? What was that?
Yeah.
10 pounds?
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but she wasn't starting. She was like supposed to be buff.
Yeah.
So Freddy kills Sheila and makes it look like an asthma attack. That was kind of funny, sitting there and peeling the apple in class and all that, fucking with her.
Yeah.
That was probably the funniest line to me. "Wanna suck face?" I'm like, what? Who says that?
So Rick starts to believe Alice. So the following day, he has a dream where an invisible Freddy attacks him in a martial arts dojo. Rick fights him and manages to knock his glove off. However, the glove levitates and stabs him, killing him. That seems a little bit like cheating, don't you think?
Well, and why was he invisible?
Robert Englund was getting like a pedicure that day, so he couldn't go up to set. So they go, just make him invisible.
They tried to have a fight scene, and he was so horrible at it.
All those guys that learn what does he do? Jiu-jitsu? What does it say? He just says he's a martial artist. All those martial artists always fight guys that are invisible. So that's why Freddy's like, I'll play into this.
He's like Luke Skywalker using the Force.
He should have turned into like Mr. Miyagi and fought him or something.
Yeah, I mean, his fighting style. I don't know what that was, but
It doesn't specify. It just says martial arts.
I feel like these movies specifically, like it would be really fun to make like a parody off of.
Oh yeah, it'd be really. You could do. There's just so much material. You could be like, I'm gonna do that, but a little better and a little weirder.
yeah.
It'd be fun. So with each death, Alice changes. She gains the abilities and personalities of her dead friends. Would you want that? Like if everybody around died, and all of a sudden they just like suck into you. Like all of a sudden, Hess dies, and the next day you're like, Jerome, watch this. Swinging your balls and shit. That'd be Hess's Dream Master power.
That's your power?
That's how he'd beat Freddy. Is slapping his balls. Because Freddy gets distracted and then you just, bah!
Wow. I didn't know that was Hess's power.
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm. No, I wouldn't. This is very weird. That like when the other people died in the third one, she didn't get their powers. So where did that come from?
Maybe that's Alice's part, is that she gains them.
I mean, like, she let all of her friends die, and then
Not all of them.
kills
Yeah,
Freddy.
and then it's, you know what? I'm going to take all these photos down and I'm going to fucking train, actually.
I can actually
But-
see myself now.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is like, all the hard part's over. Like, Freddy's not hurting her.
Yeah,
Like-
he just wants her to keep bringing kids. But anything, she's in a good position. If she can just keep dreaming kids into there, she can live her life fine.
Maybe she should
get
on with Freddy.
She should be like a vigilante and just start dreaming bad kids into the dreams for Freddy.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like go to like get gang members and shit.
Yeah. And like if a missing person's on TV or something like that too, she could dream in there. Maybe she saves the kids and she starts finding missing kids and shit too. She becomes
Yeah, were
like,
there any serial killers going around in 1988?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure there's. Wasn't the Night Stalker around then? No, he's like 90s, wasn't he?
I don't know.
So she makes plans with Debbie and Dan to fight and kill Freddy together. But when her father keeps her in, Alice falls asleep. That seems pretty quick. Her father's like, stay inside. And she's like, all right, fine, I'll sleep.
I kind of remembered him for some reason. I guess I remembered more than just the elbows breaking because I remember him being a prick.
Yeah, he is a big prick. I believe he's in the next one too.
Oh, great.
Because she's in it also. Through Alice, Freddy stalks Debbie, transforms her into a cockroach, then crushes her in a roach motel. That's gotta be one of the best killings in any movie ever. You turn a girl into a cockroach and then crush her in a little cockroach motel?
It was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. But you've never seen anything like that.
No, it was. Yeah, I mean, Jason's not doing that.
So using Debbie's temper, Alice tries to ram Freddy, but collides with a tree in reality, injuring Dan. As Dan is rushed into surgery, Alice returns home and readies herself to join him to face Freddy. In a dream, Alice rescues Dan, and the two find themselves in an old church. Dan gets injured in the dream, which prompts his surgeons to wake him up. Alice now has to face Freddy alone. She uses her friend's dream powers against him. Alice remembers a nursery rhyme called The Dream Master, which she didn't just remember then. She's been saying it the whole fucking movie. She told like everybody she could. You ever heard about the Dream Master?
Did you ever hear of the Dream Master?
Sounds like a game show host to me.
So she recites it and forces Freddy to face his own reflection, which causes the soul within him to revolt. The strain tears Freddy apart. Alice's friends' souls are released to leave Freddy into a hollow husk. That part was really cool too. There's special effects, like having all the bodies crawl out of him.
Oh, yeah,
and climb on the shit. Like the one out of his head grabbing the bar, and like that was, some of it's got kind of gross.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy.
Yeah, but it was very well done. I really liked that.
Yeah, that was a cool part too. I just thought about this. Was Debbie in a dream?
Was Debbie in a dream? Yeah, it says through Alice he got to her. So like I think because Alice was dreaming, he tricked them. But that's very vague, you know.
Yeah, because she was working out in her dream. Or
You never do that?
She wasn't even dreaming, and he just shows up.
It's because of Alice's stuff. Because you know when she got sucked in, which that part too, when she gets like goes to the theater and sees all that, I really like that part too. I think
that was okay. That wasn't as cool as
I
the
think it's
arms.
because of that stuff. They can vaguely be like, oh, maybe.
Flimsy.
But yeah, it is flimsy. I didn't think about that, but you're right.
Lots of holes. Lots of holes.
Yeah, it's like Hess's butthole.
Yeah, baby.
Months later, Dan and Alice are on a date when Dan tosses a coin into a fountain for a moment. Alice sees Freddy's reflection in the water, but she ignores it. Dun, dun, dun.
Not buying it.
So she saw the reflection. You went...
Yeah, I was like, this bitch just wished for him back.
Would you guys like to know some trivia, my little bitches?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Do you have the director written down?
No, but I could find that for you.
No, I know. It's Rennie Harlan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what his next movie was?
Nightmare on Elm Street 5?
Die Hard 2.
Oh, maybe that's the connection.
Maybe.
So as I already stated, this is the highest grossing entry in a Nightmare on Elm Street, the franchise, not counting Freddy vs. Jason. This earned $49 million in the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why they're like, hey, Dream Masters, what do you guys have next?
Now it's Dream Fuckers.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get to the Dream Fuckers. This would have been weird. In the original script, Rick and Alice were twins.
Were they conjoined?
Yeah.
Because that'd
That'd have been cool.
have been cool.
Oh, what would happen if conjoined twins, one of them is dreaming of Freddy and one of them's not? Would they be their own people in their dreams?
Maybe he could cut them in half and save them.
Oh, fuck. Maybe.
Freddy is a plastic
but
surgeon.
that's a good... Do you think conjoined twins dream of still being conjoined in their dreams, or do you think in their dreams are their own people? Not saying they're not their own people by themselves, but...
I think they dreamed that there's two more of them.
Oh, that's kind of... doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay, I like
That's what I
that.
think.
So Wes Craven turned down New Line Cinema's offer to direct and rewrite the script. Nah, I don't care.
He's saving himself for Scream.
He's like, I got to do Scream, I got to do New Nightmare, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which honestly, better decision for him. Ellie Cornell, remember this name, auditioned for the role of Alice. She's in Halloween 4 and 5 as a girl named Rachel. So
Okay.
when you watch that movie, think about if you'd rather see this girl as Alice, maybe.
I mean, not knowing what she looks like or who she is, it's already 50-50.
I already told you her name's Rachel.
But
I mean,
it's
what more do
50-50.
you want?
I'm picturing Jennifer Aniston, so probably not that.
Oh, okay. So we're on best kill, worst kill. For the best kill, I got Debbie with a cockroach. Worst kill, I got Kristen getting burned because they just recast her and then burned the bitch. So I didn't care.
Best, I got... Forgot her name already, but Suckface.
Oh, want to suck face?
Want to suck face?
And then worse got the brother, because there was just a fucking glove going into his stomach.
It
was
is
just dumb.
kind of lame. What about you, Hess?
I had a cockroach lady, and my worst was the glove going into Mr. Miyagi's stomach.
Yeah, it's just weird and didn't really matter.
They're like, hey, we should have this big martial art fight between Freddy and...
Why add a martial arts guy if you're not going to have a martial arts battle?
Right.
If you're going to add a martial arts guy, and this might sound racist because I just thought of it, but why not be an Asian?
Yeah, why not be an Asian? We need more non-white people in this movie. Why not make him Asian?
Well, because then Alice would have to be.
He could be adopted. We got biggest trope. I put down recasting the main girl from the previous movie and then just killing her.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to beat.
That's like come on. They do that so often in these movies.
I was trying to think of a trope, but I didn't really come up with one.
I couldn't think of one either, and then I thought of that, and I was like, perfect. And just wrote that down.
Yeah,
I thought it was the dog peeing fire. They do that in every movie.
I think it might have just been the absolute repetitiveness of the whole movie.
just play that time loop here over and over again.
Yeah, literally just like, you
we should have had a time loop on this podcast. Maybe I'll cut back to the beginning right now. So we got titty count, non-white people count. We got 1 titty and 4 non-white people.
4 non-white people because we're not counting Kincaid because he's already in a movie.
Okay.
In the movie. And that's your guys' call. So Halloween still leads Nightmare on Elm Street in titties.
Yeah.
And it's 1 movie less. That's good for Halloween. And then non-white people, Friday the 13th is winning 17-15 to 4 on Halloween. Nightmare on Elm Street has 15. That's amazing. We know why Hess loves Halloween. It's titties and white people.
We've known from the beginning. All right, my little fuck nuggets. Can you guess what movie we're watching next?
Halloween
4,
Quattro.
The return of Michael Myers.
You must have said that perfectly with that man.
I thought you should have messed with that and be like, Halloween 4, Return of the Mac.
Oh, god damn it. Where were you when I was doing that?
Are you calling Mike Myers a Mac?
Hey,
wait, hold on. Let me see if I can time this right. Hold on. Let me try this again.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Halloween 4, The return of
Baba Yaga.
Yes.
Mama Yaga.
Michael Myers.
Oh, Jimmy did it. God damn it. I went to turn it off. Michael Myers, in case you didn't know. Yeah, we're back on the Halloween train. Feel like we haven't been there in years.
Thank God.
That.
That's how we started this whole thing, and now we're back on there.
How long has it been, like, in years?
It's been 6 years, I think.
Wow.
7. I would say I got 7.
I agree with it. Like, I mean, we needed... It was...
Yeah, we needed
bad.
a little break.
Yeah.
Although 2 was pretty fun for how weird it was. In the hospital and all that shit. Remember when he was blind for 10 minutes? Fucking just slashing at that girl in the room?
See, that's
it was so fucking long. He was just slashing at her in there.
That's not good, though.
that was great. I liked that. Especially because you walked in here because you knew how bad it was and watched it with me again.
It's so stupid.
But that's it. Next week.
Baba Yaga.
Any last things for my little chicken nuggets?
Say what?
I don't think so.
Better be a good fucking movie. I'm hoping that's responsible.
Why is it Hess's fault?
Because he likes Halloween. This whole thing is his fault.
I
Every movie I think is fucking Hess.
I was wrong. Next week's not Paul Rudd. I thought it was. He's coming up with him. I don't know which one.
No, it's the girl from Last Boy Scout, right?
I think maybe. Sure. It's also got Rachel. Ellie something.
Eleanor Hodor.
Yeah. It's Hodor's sister's in this one.
She's got a big old dick.
And he goes, hold the door. She goes, hold the screen. Hold the screen. So she's like a little
It doesn't have the
nervous.
same ring to it, does it?
No, not really.
You every movie you watch, you go fucking Hess. I do the same thing. So.
Good. That makes me feel way better.
Frightened retard?
Fuck me.
I got an idea. Let's watch all the slasher movies.
I can't believe this was your idea.
And then
It's
not-
crazy.
Yeah, this is like Jerome's wet dream.
There's like 17 movies left to do.
Oh my god, they're so
Yeah.
bad. And then
I
he
just
gets-
didn't realize.
But
how
one of them
god-awful they were.
comes out in theaters in a couple weeks. So technically it's more like 16 depending on if we can see that. But all right, thanks for watching everybody. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if you would like us to do Halloween Kills early and all that. If not, then we'll just do what we've been doing forever if you don't care. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.